My name is Rico, the Dungeon Master for Season 3, the restoration of the 12 Olympians. This season, we'll find our heroes traveling back to the lands of Eris and Enyo within Harmonia, as they adventure through and see what they have accomplished and completed by restoring the 3 fabled relics, the Sickle of Kronos, the Golden Apple of Discord, and the Robe and Necklace of Harmonia. We'll start with Deborah.
I am Deborah, and I am playing a human rogue named Neith. Her name is Neith.
And I'm Matt, playing a dragonborn monk named Ari Futan.
And I'm Daphne, and I play Gilcyra Venfire, who is a halfling druid.
And my name is Rico. I am the Dungeon Master for Season 3 of the campaign. It is 11:15. Are you guys ready for Deborah's Diary?
Yeah.
Who's ready for
Deborah's Diary.
That was terrible.
So bad.
No, we gotta bump that bar lower so we can rise above it again. We set the bar too high, it's a bad thing. We gotta manage expectations.
All right. Well, good luck. Sorry. Good luck with this Deborah's Diary. All
Good
right.
luck with the Deborah's Diary.
Dear Diary.
Good luck to you.
In our last episode, our players crafted therium. They each added their own section of therium as they rebuilt the barrier to the
Araminthian boar.
Araminthian boar. I want to call it the Armenian boar.
Yeah, that's racist.
And I'm like, that's wrong.
There's a whole genocide about that.
Yeah. Vince builds back a whole section dedicated to the arts with culture built in and places for street musicians and gardens and fruiting trees.
I was going with the whole like Persephone, Hades thing.
Yeah. On the
Snippety.
south side, on the Hades side.
Yeah.
And as he crafts this, souls come up from the ground and begin to take form and start engaging in all the little duties and all the little activities that you would see one in little gardens like this.
Humdrum of life. They are not living.
And as it solidifies and becomes a little more alive with spirits, they all hear a squeal of the boar off in the distance. Ari makes a residential area on the north side
Probably
to
smart.
include some inns and taverns and an apothecary / hospital / doctor's office / apothecary, and a whole wall just for some magic goats with curly horns. Because how the F did the goats get to where they are? Because nothing alive could get onto those little sides of this wall and actually be standing where they are.
It's freaking wild.
Town.
Yeah.
A series
now-
of mirrors that are actually an optical illusion.
Turns out they have like sticky pads on their feet,
Yeah.
but still,
But still.
let's not ruin the illusion here. They're standing on basically fucking, what's it called? Vertical surface.
Vertical surface,
Basically.
which is now the entrance to the west side of town.
Nailed it. Ari aesthetic.
Neith builds her section in a little homage to her homeland, including 2 pyramids that sprout out of onyx.
It's very Moon Knight.
One for a weapons shop and one for an armory with forges and fire and all the things needed in the back. And a sphinx also emerges in between them with one paw on each pyramid, overshadowing them. So our heroes finally finish crafting therium. They multiple times hear the boar squeal and then finally hear almost like a big clunk of chains as if the boar was being restrained once again.
Whips and chains, baby.
And once they were done, they decided to portal back to Aspasia, where they go to the Paladins Guild Hall, where they find Martel and Pan.
Reunion.
Martel gets distracted by Ari's excitement And Pan hits Martel with a kathud. Ari bear hugs the both of them after they heal each other, and Karga licks both of them.
I don't remember the licking, but I'll take your word for it.
Totally did.
It totally happened.
Okay.
Tongue in ear.
It's in the notes. It happened.
They then head to Cronus's to get their mounts. Martel's mount is a spectral dragon. And, of course, Karga rides with Pan. Gelsira decides to head off to the Druids Guild to, do some druid shit. And as the rest of the party get to Cronus's, Hephaestus, Kronos, Ares, Athena, Bindi, Hecate, Hades, I'm probably missing somebody, are all there helping to take care of the farm. And they're all like, hey, are you going to do that thing we asked you to do? Is that going to happen? And the party was like, yes, but not yet. And all the gods were kind of like, oh, okay. And then disappear.
They're into it. They love us.
Our heroes get their horses. Neith supplies Vince with one from a cloak.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cloak of many things.
Hey, cloak horse. And so our heroes start heading towards Adoni's in the Acmonian woods, with 2 dragonborn in front, Vince in the middle, and Pan and Neith in the back, because rogues do it best from behind.
Yeah.
They make it to Adoni's clearing, where then they see Hera. So let's find out what our heroes do this time in our episode of Some Would Play.
Hereticus.
That was a good diary. Good job.
It's not the worst I've ever done.
So Martel and Pan go up to Adoni and embrace her. Pan and Martel go up to Hera, where Hera embraces both of them. And then Pan and Martel sit on some stumps, of which there are an additional 3 other empty stumps where you guys could sit if you so chose.
Oh, dope. I definitely sit on a stump. Stump sitting.
Party sits on a stump.
If the thing is, you don't have to. And Adoni says, welcome. What brings you guys here to my little sanctuary? And then Martel says, we're after a warlock.
Hell yeah, we're totally after Warlock, but we probably also have something else we need to tell you at some point.
And we need to make sure we can get to Sklovari.
Sklovari, Stan.
And then Adoni says, you may want to be careful on that journey to Sklovari.
Oh, yeah?
There have been large groups of hunting parties in these woods. I don't know what they're looking for, but they are definitely within the area.
Hunting parties of what?
People,
Okay.
like humans,
Okay. Thank
with
you.
shields and swords, looking for something. I'm not sure what they're looking for, but they haven't found me yet, which is good news.
Yeah, on that note, we were in Etherton recently, and we met with the person sort of in charge of that place, and she knew you and said that you guys, she's not happy with you, and she maybe thought you might be dead, but now she knows you're alive, but we didn't tell her where you are, so you might keep your head on a swivel.
What was her name?
Gabriella?
Oh, that explains the hunting parties.
She was kind of okay until we mentioned we knew you, and then she got a little crazy, so she's a little insane.
She's looking for me.
Yes. Sorry.
You didn't tell her where I was, though, right?
No, we did not. But she knows you're alive. So
You only fucked up 50% of the way
yeah,
then.
sorry about that.
No, it's okay. They haven't found me.
Right.
But now that she knows I'm alive, they may eventually. That's something I'll have to handle.
Sorry. Do you want us to maybe help and wipe out a bunch of these hunting parties or something? I feel responsible for this.
That would be incredibly helpful, yes. Gabriella, I can handle. Hunting parties, multiples of them, that I probably cannot. And Martel says, ooh, send some souls to Hades.
Yeah.
They'd love that.
Do these hunting parties work for the warlock we're looking for?
No, I presume they work for Gabriella,
Gotcha.
says Adoni.
Gotcha. Didn't know if we
Gabriella
could do
was
two things
a
at once.
constable
In Etherton.
of a weird town who
Poison magic
exported
fruit.
poison magic fruit that apothecaries evidently used.
Everything else that you guys have said has turned out to be true, so let's just roll with it.
But anyway, this is Adoni. She was fun. We met her a long time ago, and she was very helpful.
She gave me my shield, Pan says, as he pulls it off his back. It's a rather unassuming round wooden shield banded in iron with an iron circle there in the middle. And Adoni looks at it and she's like, you kept that old thing? Pan says, I've not found a better shield yet. And she looks him up and down in his full plate mail armor, and his helmet that looks like the face of Bahamut. And she says, really, you haven't found anything better than that with what you're wearing? Pan says, no, this has been the best shield I've ever had. And I plan to keep it until it breaks. And Adoni's like, it's never going to break.
Hey, Adoni, how close have these hunting parties gotten to your home here?
Oh, about half a kilometer each way.
So pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure if they're left to their own devices, they'll probably find me within the next day or two. But if you guys take care of those hunting parties, I can take care of Gabriella.
Ari, I kind of feel like we need to. I'm feeling this weird sensation inside my chest. I think people might call caring.
Oh.
Not quite sure.
And say, I have the beginnings of a plan that have come to my mind.
But
Excellent.
I'm also definitely one for going out and sniping some people, so.
That's the Neath I know, Pan says.
Dope. Well, let's go. Let's real quick round up some hunting parties to murder.
Martel licks his lips, and he pulls his cudgel off of his back. And he says, yeah, let's deliver some souls to Hades. It's been a while.
Nice.
What's a small little diversion on the way to Sklovari?
Yeah.
Say,
And then Hera chimes in, and she says, the target you seek is not in Sklovari.
What?
And then Martel stops, and he looks, and he says, then where is it? And then Hera gets really, really close to him, and she says, you'll find him in Amoralonia.
Oh.
The capital? The capital. He has an endless supply of bodies and the dead there. And if left unchecked, the capital will fall within the next year. Martel seethes, S-E-E-T-H-E-S, seethes, and grimaces. He's like, I won't give him a week. And then Hera says, it's going to take you at least that long to get there, but I understand your want to end his life for the greater good. And Martel says, yeah, sure, for the greater good. And Pan's like, Martel, it's absolutely for the greater good. And Martel says, well, it's just another soul for Hades, really. Pan stops and he's like, yeah, plus he's got it coming. He tried to kill me once.
Yeah, he's got it coming.
Bahamut was not a fan of that.
We're going to get that dude.
So, sure, for the greater good. And Martel says, yeah, sure, for the greater good. Rolls his eyes.
Zamalonia and Enyo?
It's the
Yes.
capital city.
Dope.
I'm
I'm glad that you remember that. Yes. Amoralonia is the capital city.
Sklovari is going to be the pass-through. It's going to be the first village you get to. It's the village right on the water with everybody wanting to fight.
Should we ride our horses then around the area to take out these hunting? How big are these hunting parties, Adoni?
Oh, I haven't seen them, but if it's Gabriella, I imagine it's 5 to 10 per party.
Oh, yeah, we could take care of 5 to 10 people. That'd be great. It's a great
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Martel says, yeah, it'll be a nice little exercise.
Yeah.
And Pan says, 5 to 10? That's it?
Yeah, right?
Well, 5 to 10 to me, Pan, is a lot for just me and myself.
Yeah.
Pan's like, we'll take care of it. Every single one of them will perish. We'll make sure you stay protected.
Nice. Yes, we're going to do that thing. Vince, what's your plan?
we could use my mansion, and I do have yet another ability, Skywrite, in which we can communicate with our would-be foes and lure them into a trap as we, would so choose.
Bring all the parties in at once?
Or we can simply call them out, feigning as if we will be in one place, yet flanking them at another. The mansion, as I said, can become completely invisible to the naked eye. It makes a perfect spot for an ambush for an unsuspecting group of people. Almost a fortress if we put it in the right spot.
Does it have machine guns?
No,
Oh.
but we can use the staff inside to shoot bows and arrows.
Nice.
Oh.
The 100 servants?
Exactly. Just an idea. Just an idea. As I said,
Volley of
the beginnings of a plan. But nonetheless,
Neat.
we can communicate with them through Skywrite if we wanted to set up a trap for them.
Neath starts walking, making little circles around the clearing and start going wider and wider, starting to look for tracks, starting to look for any sign that anybody's been anywhere near here. I know she has to start going kind of far out, but she starts going off like by herself looking for stuff to figure out like what direction they might be going.
You don't see any yet.
Okay.
Adoni looks at you and says, how visible is your skyrite? How far would people be able to see it from?
As far as we want them to. We can make the writing as large as we want.
If you do that, do it away from my hut, please. I don't want anybody near me.
I can cast it as far as my eyes can see. I could stand here and cast it at the horizon.
Yeah, if you could lead them away from me, that would be fantastic.
Is there a good clearing, a place with an ambush near here that we could set this plan into action, Adoni?
Make an insight roll.
Doing the nice jerk roll that you got, what, a 4 over there?
Pan will also roll insight.
No, I'm not going to settle down because you're always
Nice.
like, roll it harder.
7.
Pan rolled a 17.
My passive insight is 18.
Nice.
Wouldn't be applicable to you.
Dang it.
You
If
weren't
you
with the
haven't been
party.
around.
Fair enough.
Pan says, I know a place not far from here.
Oh, yeah?
Remember that druid camp?
Yeah.
It's not far from here.
All
We
right.
could lead them there to the druid camp. Unless more druids have moved in, it's probably still unattended.
Yeah, we probably could kill those druids, too. They're probably bad druids.
Or we can make allies.
Well, the ones that were there before we had to kill.
You didn't have me before.
They sucked.
And worst case scenario, that teleportation area was there, right? The runic teleporters?
Yeah.
We could always lure them to the druidic camp and then from there teleport them. Strike that. Pan wouldn't know that.
Yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't. He wasn't there. Make an insight roll, Neath,
I mean, he wasn't there.
for the location I'm thinking of.
Oh, nice. I'm proficient in insight. 19.
You know those teleporters go to another clearing as well as to the Hydra Cave.
Oh, right. I only know about the Hydra Cave.
Yeah. Pan doesn't know about the Hydra Cave.
Oh,
But he was going
right.
to continue his thought to that grove where we fought those magical woodland creatures. That's pretty far away from Adoni's, I presume.
It's like the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to share with the party that you can also get to the Hydra Cave from this teleportation area?
And we also found out that it can take you to other places, including a cave that used to hold a Hydra.
Ah, Hera chimes up. That's right. My Hydra was there in a cave. You guys access through those teleportation portals.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a perfect place to lure hunting parties.
Yeah. So we
Because-
could lure them to the
And then you guys could funnel them in through the cave.
yes.
That way you weren't fighting, 50 guys all at once.
I like this.
It's a really good idea. Well done. Hera smiles at you. I like that idea too, Pan says. And Martel says, I don't care what plan we do. I can't wait to crack some skulls.
Let's go, champ.
Let's do this.
Well, let's head off in the direction of that camp, yeah?
Yeah, the druid camp. It's
Yeah.
not far from here. Remember, there was an animal path that you guys took that went up and around.
Okay, I look for the animal path.
Well, it's still right there where it was.
Nailed
Hasn't moved.
Fucking A.
You know where it is.
Come on, Anos, let's do this thing. Jump back on Anos.
Yep. And Martel and Pan jump up on their mounts, and they fly off into the sky, up over the trees. They can see down on the path because their mounts can fly.
I follow the path on my
I follow Ari
horse of
on
magic.
my horse.
Lead me to where we need to go.
Fence is coming along.
Sweet. With everybody on horses,
Clop, clop, clop.
you guys know this animal path pretty well. You've used it at least 3 times before now. Martel and Pan get there first because they were flying. They didn't have to take the path. And yeah, there are 3 huts there. They look like they have fallen a bit into disarray. There are some rotting remains of druids. Some look like they've had their eyeballs plucked out of their skulls. Some
As
are
you
missing their tongues, like their robes are tattered. It looks like they're aging poorly, but they are decomposing naturally being out here in the Acmonian wood.
Delicious.
And Martel and Pan hop off their mounts, and they say, well, Martel says, Vince, write a message in the sky.
What would you like it to say?
Pee pee poo poo.
Enemies of Adoni can find her here.
Means if Adoni can find her here, they're going to need some type of marker.
Can you make an arrow?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
And boom, I want to make it giant, but I also, too, if it's a bright sunny day, I want it to be like dark storm clouds
Perfect.
for my storm riding.
It is a nice sunny day. The weather is perfect out here.
Storm.
And
We have been blessed with nice weather.
And it can last a full hour.
That should be long enough.
Yeah.
At least for a couple of them.
If some of them were that close.
Yeah, half a kilometer out either way, all
Yeah,
around her.
they'll
It won't
get
take them long. It won't take them long to get to you guys.
Okay, now where are we setting up so we can do some wonderful sneak attacks?
Well, there are 3 tents here. One tent could hold 2 larger creatures, which will likely be Martel and Pan. And then there are 2 other huts where the 3 of you could hide and disperse however you wanted to do it. Actually, you don't need to hide. You have your cloak. You don't need to hide.
Are there any like areas up slightly higher? So
No.
on and so forth? So I have to be. Oh man.
Yeah.
Vince doesn't like to be in the front line,
You don't have to. Hide in a hut.
but he'll be there.
Yeah, but you can hide in a hut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
You can
hide
hide
in one of the
behind a
one of
hut?
the tents.
There's there. Imagine, okay, big clearing. There are literally 3 huts like in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, imagine in front of the huts, there is like this big stone circle thing with like runes and stuff on it.
Perfect.
But that's about it. Like,
We could even potentially set up like an ambush. Like I could sit next to a fire just playing my lute, and you all could be hidden until they come, and then
Bait.
set up a
Martel
surprise
says.
round.
I like bait.
Jailbait.
Jesus Christ.
No.
can you remind me or tell me, do any of the huts have any arrows? I mean, not any arrows, any windows?
No, they don't.
I didn't
Any
think so.
windows with
You
arrows
could always
in them?
cut a slit in one of the tents. They're
Yeah.
just hide anyway. You could cut a slit in it so you could see out of it.
Yeah, just do some construction.
If you needed to get in a hut, you don't need to. You can sit out in the open and nobody
That's
will
true.
see you.
Is there only one path in for everyone to come?
There are 2 paths. There was the animal path, and then there's another path.
I would like to take 2 flasks of my oil towards the path and put them like behind rocks where only we can see them. Something almost with like a wick on top that a flaming arrow could ignite them.
There's no elevated ground to hang flasks of oil.
Okay.
I like that idea, but there's no place to set up oil, at least not hanging anyway. Unless you hung it up in some trees.
I say, what about the trees that are flanking the...
Yeah, you could set it up in some trees. Yeah, absolutely. You can take the time to set up your flask of oil in the forest.
Just 2
on
of
some
them.
trees.
Primarily at the walking path, the way in.
The way that we came in, or so there's like the animal path, and there's like one that looks like a main way in.
Though I want one at the animal path and one at the main way in.
Okay.
Just 2 flasks. Just something above where it would be that if we wanted to, we could ignite and have it fall down on them.
I like the idea of putting combustible oil flask in a forest.
I have explosive arrows.
Ta-da!
And Neath grins like a really evil grin going. I know what you're thinking. Neath would like to... I am actually going to set myself up kind of in between the stone circle
I
and
thought you were going to say you were going to set yourself on fire.
at the middle hut,
That's a diversion.
so that I can see the animal path and the main way in.
I just had another brilliant idea I plan on using. Continue, though.
And I'm getting all my arrows and stuff ready, so I can snuck attack as people come in. Pew pew pew.
I like it.
I really wish I had multi attacks.
You don't have multi-attack yet?
Nope.
Did you multi-class like every time you got to level 6?
Nope. I am a rogue. I'm a level 15 rogue with a ranger 1.
Oh, yeah. I get that ranger up to like 10. You
Yeah.
can have Colossal Slayer and just murder everything.
And then I can, yes.
I forgot I could use Mage Hand, and flasks of oil are only 3 pounds, so.
You're like, oh, wait a minute. Ari, where are you going?
I am going to hide in a hut.
Which hut are you going to hide in?
Whichever one is able to hold me tightly in its arms as I sleep through the night.
Are you hiding in a hut, Neath? Or no?
No,
Then you have the middle or the right.
I am going to take the middle hut.
I'm going to light the fire and sit out front and start playing my lute, just nonchalantly waiting. I want to look as non-aggressive and non-menacing as possible.
You look non-aggressive and non-threatening by default. You're a bard.
Perfect.
Ooh,
And
Ari,
your
you
second-
could use your stone elemental. In
Yeah, I'm
this.
gonna.
Okay.
Thanks for playing.
Let me get my brute squads.
Good.
Brute squad? You are the brute squad. I am the brute squad.
Yeah, just groups of 5 to 10 guys. I'm just giving them an overall AC and an HP cap.
Oh, it's a fucking gangbang.
Yeah, and then once you
Well, you
get
said 5 to 10.
once you get the HP down to 0, that brute squad will have been defeated.
Yeah, gangbang.
Yep. Because I'm not going to do 10 guys for 5 groups. I'm not rolling the dice 50 fucking times. That's
Bet.
absurd. I'm not doing that. I'm never, ever going to do that. So we're just going to use an old brute squad type system where they will roll 1 attack, and if they hit, it will be damage times 5, and the brute squad all has HP. Okay. You guys are done planning?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, so after setting up the flask, about 45 minutes finishes, and you hear footsteps coming from both directions. One, the animal path, and the footsteps coming from the main path. There are about 20 sets of footsteps coming from the animal path and 30 sets of footsteps coming from the main path.
Let's go, champ.
What have we done?
You put a big sign in the air that said enemy of Adoni's come here with a big arrow pointing down in ominous black storm clouds.
I want to pay them no mind, but I do want it noted that my character did hear them, but is just going to keep just like playing his lute, paying no mind, as if he is completely oblivious.
Rock on. So the men of 30 are getting closer to the entrance of the main path, and the group of 20 are almost to the end of the animal path.
Neith is going to take one of her explosive arrows, and she's gonna try to time it for when like the majority of the group on the main path kind of line up with the oil or whatever, and she's gonna take a shot
Ooh.
at the oil to explode and fire and
I'd like
lots
to
of
be
things.
I'd like to be holding action.
We haven't gotten to initiative yet, so you're good.
Okay.
And I would
This
like
is technically going to be the rogue sneak attack.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, roll to hit. You're using an explosive arrow, right?
yes.
Boom! It blows up in the air.
I did not expect a mass combat tonight, but this is going to be fun.
As I sense her kind of go to pull back and something just kind of feels off, I'm going to go ahead and take my free action and cast a Bardic Inspiration on you. You actually get 2d6s on that one if you so choose to use them.
What are these?
Bardic Inspiration dice.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
how many pluses you'll get because it's 2d6.
Oh, do I need to use what you rolled or do I roll them?
You roll them. They're your roll.
You don't have to, but you can.
Okay. I've got I got 5s and 6s.
So you plus 11.
Oh, yay. Okay. So 11, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Yeah, you can stop counting.
25.
Yeah, you can stop counting. That was a little excessive.
Thank
so
you.
your
Welcome.
explosive arrow hits the flask of oil. There is a small ticking sound that whirs, and then a massive explosion as the explosive arrow hits the flask of oil and come raining down on the group of guys. This was the main walkway, right?
Yes.
They get about half of them get covered in flaming oil. Roll. What is fire damage?
20
I don't
d8s.
have a calculation for that.
My explosive arrow is a 1d6 plus a 1d8 fire.
Oh, okay, sweet. So roll 1d6 and 3d8. Just roll it once.
Okay, so 2. You said 3d8, 5.
I don't know what you're pointing at.
7,
I pulled it up from
8,
D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
10.
Perfect. So my calculations.
And then I get
far
my
off.
sneak attack bonus, right?
No, because you didn't actually hit them with the arrow. You sprung a trap with oil.
No. This is good.
Okay.
Trust me, it's good.
Okay.
So what was the total?
200.
No, it wasn't.
It was 10.
10?
That's not bad.
20 guys? No, that's about right. 200.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it.
Let's subtract it from this group.
God, I'm so ready.
And let's subtract it from this group. And that will take us into initiative, folks.
You're an initiative, folks. Boom, roasted.
Ari, Vince,
I'm assuming I'm just at the front of the line.
Neath. No, you roll initiative.
Yeah, because you got a surprise
Alright,
attack,
Vince,
and now you
Keith.
roll initiative.
Then Pan, then Martel. I believe Pan and Martel both have alert. Yep.
Nice.
But their deck scores are shit because they're heavy plate wearers. So Pan is a 21. Not bad.
21 for Ari.
Ari's a 21.
Me and Pan, best buddies.
Martel is
Touching
a
elbows.
17. Neath?
24.
Nice. Vince?
10.
Sorry, I just laugh as my rogue is like.
Apparently in
I usually go
in
for it.
D&D 2, my character has ADHD and is zoning out and is like, wait, we're going.
What?
And then I will roll the Brute Squad's initiative and add 5. That's a nice 1. 7 plus 5. 12. 24. That's up there with Neath.
Oh.
21. Vince, what's your AC?
19.
Mine is 40.
No, it isn't. Your AC is fucking 18.
Potato, potato.
Inside of what you created. Tell me what you think. If I cast it at 8th level.
What's your AC, Vince? I'm sorry.
19.
90.
Really high for a bard.
Well, I guess technically it would be 17 because 19 with a shield.
You don't have a shield out right now, do you?
No, because I would be playing loot.
Playing your loot. Okay,
Yep.
so 17. Until you
loot-
get your shield, then it becomes 19.
The loot doubles as a shield. Turns out you can
Pan's
use it
AC,
to block swords.
22. And Martel's AC, I believe, is 21. Yeah.
These fucking goofball kids will just color in anything.
What?
His character sheet is colored on by our children.
I don't see the problem.
Filling in the
All right,
holes.
Brute Squad versus Neath. Your dex is going to beat the Brute Squad's dex. So group 1, 2, and 3 are coming in the entryway of the front. Groups 4 and 5 are coming in from the animal path.
Do the groups coming in from the front, the main path, see me?
No.
Sweet. And can you remind me how far away it is?
Well, where did you want to be? Did you just want to be in the clearing?
Yeah, I was like in the clearing
About 40
between
feet.
the stone and the.
Yeah,
the
about
thing.
40 feet. We'll call it 40 feet.
Okay.
Squad 1 and 2 are the ones that you hit with the oil and the exploding arrow.
Wheel. 40 feet is too close for me to really be using my arrows. So I'm going to put those away. All right, I'm going to pull out my daggers. I'm going to do a little dash action.
You can absolutely get there.
A dash. And want to do like, I've got my daggers, but the blades are going like down my forearm.
Oh, nice.
So I can do like a whole like just like spin slash move.
So you're going to do like a Mikasa from Attack on Titan move?
Yes.
Which
She didn't watch that show.
I didn't watch that show.
I'd like
He
to
has.
point out I'm completely okay with.
Yeah, I'm gonna like, dash into the middle of them and just be like, whoosh.
Sweet. Roll a hit.
Do I get my sneak attack?
Yes, because they don't see you and you're acting before they are. So, yes, you can get your sneak attack bonus.
Oh, good. Okay, so 23.
That hits.
Yay! And I get my sneak attack, which is 8d. Oh my gosh. Okay, 8d6. Hey, cast some, dear, cast some d6.
You need that D?
Sex.
How many more you need?
I'm just going to roll this one twice.
Yeah.
So 10, 14, 15, 16. Hey, dear, will you help me remember these numbers?
Yes, 16.
Okay, 16,
I'm a
18,
good translator.
17, 1, 12, 4.
68.
68 damage.
Like 6-8 damage or 6d8?
68. Like,
Well done.
6-8.
Dang.
Good as I get. If I don't get my sneak attack bonus is an 8d6 right now.
86.
Yes.
Yes.
So Neath jumps into a group of the first brute squad, and with a flurry of steel and blood, you hear people gurgle as some of their throats are slit open, and you see geysers of blood splurt and soak the trees around them.
Hot.
And 7 people, after she finishes her whirling dervish, like fall to their knees,
Yes.
like dead instantly, with another 3 cut up, but still alive in this first brute squad. You successfully killed 7 of 10 of the first party.
Very much like Mikasa.
And then the group of 24 march their way into the circle in front of the huts going towards your direction, Vince.
Okay.
Ari, I'm going to presume your dex is higher than Pan's. You'll win in the speed tie.
Got 18 decks.
Yeah, Pan's dex is 10, so
Oh, well then, yeah.
you win.
Fuck are we talking
Understandably. This is Paladin.
Yeah, with heavy plate.
about? Okay, I'm going to use my Stone of Controlling Earth Elemental, toss it out of the hut, and yell, Genuflect! And Earthy will come out of the ground and rise.
So an earth elemental will begin to rise out of the ground under one of the corpses of the druids. And as your earth elemental rises, the stone and the grass like overtake part of the body. So you have your stone elemental there with its 2 arms and its head, and like sticking halfway out of the body from the chest torso area is like half of a druid's body with its arms like flopped around and one of its jaws like falling off. So it looks like there's like, well, I mean, it looks like there is. It's because there is a corpse inside your earth elemental, which adds a nice little level of fear
Yeah, I love it.
to any of the hunting parties that get near it.
Okay, so I'm still in the hut for now, but the Earth Elemental's out there ready to do some motherfucking damage, baby. Yeah. It's going to get its rock cock out. It's Earth Girth.
Pan will jump out of the hut. He will pull his shield and his mace, or his warhammer, rather, and he will roar in the direction of one of the parties for his command duel.
Oh, nice.
And they rolled a nat 1, of which they do not resist. And the second group that had the same initiative as Ari and Pan look in the direction of Pan.
Do I need to roll initiative for my Earth Elemental to give it its own turn?
Next turn.
What?
Next turn.
Okay.
And then the group of 10 that were command dueled towards Pan begin to rush in on him. And 10 men with swords and daggers, some with shields, will take a hit at Pan. And they do not succeed. Not anywhere close.
That's why I got so excited last time I almost killed Pan, because Pan's very hard to kill. He's just hard to hit in general.
Martel will then jump out of the tent behind Pan and will also command duel the second group. They rolled a 4. They will not resist. So the fourth group that had the AC of 24 will now make their direction towards Martel. So Pan and Martel have taken 2 of the 5 groups and have their full attention, leaving about 2.5 groups alive for the rest of you to deal with.
Fuck yeah.
Vince,
Fuckle yeah.
Oh, it's my turn?
Fuck yeah. Make some turns.
yes, it is your turn.
Make
how
extra
far
turns.
away are the groups from?
Ask for extra genies.
So there are 2 groups on Pan and Martel that are about 10 feet away from you. There are 3 groups over by Neath who are about 45 feet away from you.
Which group is on fire?
2 of the groups in front of Neath.
Okay.
3 guys that are beaten up and bloody, and another group that is still putting themselves out.
Well, the group that's putting themselves out, I'd like to cast Sleep on that group at 9th level.
Okay. What's the save? What's your magic save?
Well, it's not a magic save. It's based off of HP for this spell.
Right.
So it's 2d8 per level.
Don't they have a roll to save, though? You can't just put them to sleep.
Let me just double check that real quick.
I think they have a roll to save.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but I think they do.
Yeah, let me just pull it up.
Didn't you just hand me the card?
I did. It's right here on here, too.
Oh, okay.
So, spell sends him to slumber. Creatures within 20 feet of the range are affected in ascending order.
No save? They just get to go to sleep?
Sleeper takes damage. Yep. At higher levels, for each level above level 1 I cast, it's another 2d8 damage to cast to put enemies to sleep.
Wow. They don't get to save. That sucks for them.
Indeed. It's an evil spell like that.
Oh, okay.
Spell.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you have to roll to cast or not? No, I don't think you do.
No, it just,
Nope,
I
you
kind of
just
cast
roll
it.
your damage.
Yep.
On how many of them?
All of the ones
The
that are
second
on
group?
fire. Yep.
Nice.
So that would be 18d8, which is at a 6, so it's 16.
28.
No, at least.
At least 7. Morty's right.
So for 108 HP worth of enemies fall asleep, but it's one at a time, so it's not, like they all don't take 108. It's 1 to maximum falls asleep, then it kind of just goes from then on. But particularly the ones on fire is what's important.
Hardcore.
Yeah, 108 damage will kill them all.
What?
So the ones that were on fire begin to languish and get drowsy. They all slowly, one after the other, fall to their knees. They sound like they're snoring for a brief second before their breathing becomes so shallow and so slow that they just stop breathing altogether. They essentially go into a deep torpor where they just so deep, they just stop breathing entirely. Their lungs shut down because they are in such a deep sleep. Their brain stops sending signals to their body, and their skin quickly becomes a bluish purple color, as one's body does when you suffocate and cannot breathe.
Brutal.
So group 2 that was on fire is now in a pile, all collapsed on one another, basically in eternal slumber that they will not wake up from. Well done, Vince.
Thank you. Thank you, Neith, for setting that up.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because they were at 100 HP after the fire damage that she did.
Oh, wow.
They have. I'm not going to tell you how much they have total, but it was enough to kill them all.
That's
to kill that second group.
brutal. I love it.
And group number 3 is the last group to go. Neith, they will all converge on you as you are the immediate threat in front of them.
Bring it on. I've got my finesse weapons out.
As they go to attack her, I want to take as my reaction. I want to say something along the lines of like, your mother was a hamster and your father was a shrew. And I would like them to take -10 on their next attack roll.
All right.
What?
Cutting words.
Where have you been?
They're not going to hit because of that -10.
Yeah, ain't no way.
And then, Neith, it is your turn. Back to the top of the order.
Top of the doda.
So how many people are now around me?
182.
13.
13. Okay.
Potato. Get it, girl.
I would like to, if the DM will allow, take one of my fire grenades, because I'm like in the middle of them, right?
Grenades?
Yeah, you're surrounded by 13,
Oh, yeah.
13 guys.
Okay.
If this was a porn, it would be the gangbang of
You're on the couch. They're all around you.
Yep, you
And
were
I'm
on the
probably gonna
casting
have
couch.
I'm gonna have to probably have to roll to make this happen. But I would like to take one of my fire grenades, basically toss it in the air, and then try to dash out between
Why? Why would you need to dash out? Don't you have evasion?
She's immune to fire.
Like if you
I'm
make
not immune to fire.
if you make a
No.
dex save, don't you ignore all damage?
If she succeeds.
if I save, then yeah, and then the other, it's only half. I have 104.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, live your best life.
Just stand there in the middle of the explosion. Look super badass.
Super badass.
Just don't look at the explosion.
Can
It's
I
number one
take
rule of
2
action
grenades?
movies.
One for each hand.
Yes, yes, you
I
can.
take 2 grenades.
I'm so looking forward to Neith killing herself.
I'm really good at killing myself, by the way.
I
Super
can
good at
fix
it.
that too if you do. Go for it.
Nice. Yep. So I just take 2 grenades and basically just like toss them in the middle of everybody.
Dope. All right, roll to hit.
Good on you, taking away some
Motherfuckers
grenades.
are gonna die.
Yeah, I track my weapons.
See you over
Thank
there
very
being
much.
honest.
I'm very good at it, actually.
I'm over here just adding stuff. You know, like I got 50 warthogs of murder.
Yeah.
Oh, Ari, you need to roll initiative for your golem. I'm sorry, my dude. If it's not higher than 24, then you didn't miss anything.
Hold on.
Do I get? I always forget about this. Do I get to add anything for the fire grenades for hitting? Like
It-
with my finesse weapons, I can add my dex.
Since it's thrown, it should
Jesus
be Dex,
Christ.
but that's going to go to Rico.
Yeah, it'll be
13.
13. It'll be dex plus your proficiency.
Motherfucker has a -1.
Oh, plus my proficiency.
Don't forget to add your proficiency.
Oh, I didn't know I was proficient. So there
Are
we
you
go.
proficient?
I don't know. I am now.
In what?
Throwing things.
Throwing things, dex based.
I mean, I am proficient in like sleight of hand.
Are you proficient in dex?
Yes.
Up here.
Yes, 1,000%.
then add your proficiency.
Oh,
bonus.
okay. So therefore, 23.
Fuck yeah.
That hits.
58
You didn't
damage.
need me this time.
I don't need nobody. He doesn't need anybody.
Neith's an independent murderer.
Yes, I am an independent assassin. Thank you very much.
Independent
One fails their
contractor
dex
who
save.
murders.
Group 2 fails their dex save. Neath, make a dexterity save.
I don't have
20.
like...
All right, so you successfully make your dexterity save. So
Like a little hop up above the.
the grenades actually no. The grenades will explode all around you because you made your dex save at such a high level. You begin to dance around the explosive waves. Like, because when things explode, a shock wave goes out. You can duck and dance and twirl under the shock waves.
That's very neat.
Dance and twirl under the
And
waves.
you need to roll the damage on your fire bombs twice.
It's a new
Ooh.
world.
All right. I need some more D6.
Doing damage, baby. How many
These are
do
just
you
brute squad. They're
need?
not supposed to be
Mm.
super hard. But this is a huge help to Adoni.
Oh, that wasn't great. Okay.
Using those Rick and Morty dice.
12 and 14.
Damage? So there is an explosion outwards as 2 large booms are heard through the forest. Birds and creatures scatter from the trees.
They're all dead.
Explosions echo off of the trees into the valleys.
Adoni from her hut is like, what the fuck
And
is going on over there?
one guy, half of his face and half of his body is immediately ripped apart by the explosion and the fire and drops dead. And then another 2 on the
Blows
other side
Shit.
suffer the same fate.
Pretty
One
much.
loses an arm and a leg, and another one is loses half of his entire chest cavity, and they collapse on the ground, charred
Fucking
and burnt.
Edward Elric up in this motherfucker.
That is
And
neat right there. Yep.
Neath to the Keith.
Stop it.
the other group of 24 will swing at Martel as they are commanded dueled.
Commanded doom.
They're not gonna get anywhere close to hitting.
No.
even with their plus 10.
I
not
miss
even
Pan
close.
with his command duel.
It's so good.
It's so dope. Just tank it up, and then we all come in and
And then
Fight
Ari,
without worrying
it
about-
is your turn.
what up, G? I'm gonna pop out of the hut as like a move action. Can I get close to?
You absolutely can.
Okay, so I'm gonna get close to wherever a group
You of
is.
everybody can get close to anybody. Your speed is outrageous.
Zip zip, and then I'm gonna hit it with the breath weapon.
There
Towards
is
a
a
group.
group on Martel that you can reach, a group on Pan that you can reach, and 2 groups on Neath that you can reach.
I guess I should go to the 2 groups underneath. That seems like the more
I don't
pressing.
need nobody.
Um,
doing just fine.
There is group 3 that still has roughly 8 people, and then there is another group that has 2 people left.
Okay, I'm going to go towards group 3 with the 8 people and hit them with the breath weapon.
Oh, I wish Electo were here.
I know. Make a dex save.
They rolled a 2. They fail.
They failed hardcore. God, now I got to roll 5d6. Hold on, I got 5d6s in my hands.
Ooh, nice.
Not bad.
And this is just the beginning. He may do enough damage to kill entire group 3 with his attack, his extra attack, his flurry of blows, and his breath weapon.
Okay, so 23 on that breath weapon.
Yeah, you're going to hit.
No, I mean that's the
damage.
it does,
Okay.
Yeah, 23 damage on the
He's
breath
like,
weapon.
no, we have already
23?
beyond that.
And then I'll pop in with my extra.
2 more guys scream, blood curdling, as they are overtaken and consumed by dragon fire. Like, they start to run away, and they're able to take 2 or 3 steps before their calves and ankles burn off of their body. And, like, they step, but their flesh is melted into the ground, and they collapse with, like, half of a leg and begin to ash, being splashed with oil and whatnot.
Nice.
And the dragon fire is so hot, it's making them look like the corpses in Pompeii, where they're just ashed immediately.
Nice. Okay, and then I'll pop in with my extra attack and start doing some punches.
Yep.
These flasks have like paid off immensely.
These what?
Flasks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Good trap.
Let's see. What the fuck am I doing?
That was a good call. Setting up a trap. It really helps when you set up a trap and you knock off about 120 damage of 370 from the jump.
Yeah, I don't know. 26 to hit?
Yeah, you're going to hit.
Just barely, though.
That hits in excess. These are hunting parties.
10 damage.
Okay.
Flurry of blows. Fucking 21 to hit.
You're hit. I got to keep a little calendar here on this.
15 damage.
All right.
23 to hit.
Hits.
Ow, that sucked. 10 damage.
That hits.
That's
10, 20,
that
35
was
damage.
Key, flurry of blows, extra attack. Yeah, no, we're good.
That's it?
That's it for me. And I looked up the concentration rule, so I feel pretty good that I can save on concentration throws for my golem. Or my earth elemental. He's not going to go wild.
Are you ready to make those?
Yeah. I got proficiency on saving throws.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
If I take some damage.
You also have an additional +4 due to the auras from the paladin. Sorry, an additional +8 due to overlapping paladin auras. Go ahead and make your concentration.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't have to do it unless I take
unless
damage.
you take
yeah.
damage. That's right. Never mind.
If I take damage, then we start saving. So
Yeah, both of these paladins are high
Earthy
level,
doesn't
so
go out
there's
of control.
3 different overlapping auras. There's aura of protection, aura of devotion, aura of courage.
That's why I chose to join the fight. I was like, I think I can save on concentration and keep Earthy under control while I'm fighting too.
Well, is he summoned magically?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh?
Is he summoned magically?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not worried about him going out of control.
So you dash into the circle of this third group. There is Vince nope, never mind. Ari is moving so fast, it is difficult for you to keep up with the speed.
Dash.
You can see and hear and feel the jolts of punches. You can see sparks of what looks like ki energy, just some sort of energy.
Yeah.
In this flurry of motion. And these punches are so hard, you hear chest cavities and heads popping open. Like you see the flash of energy of the ki. And then when that flash is over, somebody's head explodes. And then you see and hear another pop on this other side where you see dragon claws and fist go through somebody's chest. And another 3 people drop dead, and you see Ari standing there with his claws dripping in entrails and chips of bone, with smoke coming out of his nostrils and his mouth. Neath, you see this as well.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
And there's another group that's going to swing at Pan. Oh, they're actually going to hit. Wow.
I've used up all my reactions. Sorry, Pan.
Pan is perfectly fine with it.
Man likes getting hit. He's like, yes, daddy.
6, 12, 14, 17,
That's what lights his fire.
20, 22. Pan's going to take 22 damage.
What?
Pan's going to take 22 damage.
What?
Pan's going to take
How did
22
Pan
damage.
take damage?
They hit. They rolled at 18 plus their modifier.
He's fine.
They get a modifier for each person alive in the
He's
brute
got
squad.
1 million HP.
Yeah, he's got 183, so he's down to 161. That's barely. Yes. So, brute squad. They have a modifier +1 equal to however many people are in the party. So as you chip away their HP and kill them, their modifier goes from a +10 down to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. They'll always have a +1. So they're a +1 for everybody alive in the party. And that was their attack on Pan. Now Pan is going to strike back. After getting hit, Pan will burn a level 3 spell to empower his divine smite, and he will roll to hit on this group of brute squads. Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Max
50 times
damage.
So he
Double
roars out loud and raises his warhammer to the sky. You guys hear a brief roar off in the distance as white lightning strikes from the heavens to his warhammer.
Hot.
And much like Thor, he smashes it into the ground. And as he smashes it, into the ground, there is an explosion of radiant energy all around him and his hammer. 1d8 plus a d8 plus another 10 d8 damage.
All of the dice, please. That's what paladins do.
5, 11, 17, 24, 33,
Bingo.
39,
I got
45, 49, and 50, 51, 52, 55. 56 damage. Pan, it does 56 damage to the group that was on him. Immediately, 5 of them look like they're being tased as radiant energy travels through the ground in arcs up into their bodies through their feet and explodes out of their mouths and eyes as they begin to burn and combust from the inside as radiant energy consumes them and their soul entirely, leaving a burnt out husk as 5 corpses fall over with smoke and crackles of radiant energy coming out of their empty eye sockets and their open mouth cavities.
On the plus side, at least they can't defecate themselves.
No,
While
their
dying.
their internal organs are entirely cooked. They are just empty, hollow bodies.
I was thinking about just the natural shitting of yourself, and then they got incinerated, and I was like, okay, good.
And then Pan will take his extra attack to just swing at them with his warhammer. And he's... Oh, no, I didn't roll double damage for all those d8s.
112.
So there may be more damage. Hold on.
Just multiply by 2.
Yeah, I'll just multiply it by 2.
Yeah.
It was...
Double damage.
50... It was 54?
56.
56?
Yeah. 112.
Beautiful.
Kill 5 more of them
Yep, so 5 more of them will die the exact same way.
without shitting themselves. Yeah. Unfortunate.
Oh, shit, that's going to kill all of them.
Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And they're done. I was about to ask you, how many are left?
None. I forgot he crit, so he got to roll damage twice.
Nice. Good job, Pan.
Thanks for reminding me, Matt. Good job.
You're welcome.
Martel cheers loudly as he watches his brother Pan holy smite, divine smite this hunting party and fell them in one blow.
The brother man, brother Pan.
And that was Pan's move.
Pan, baby.
Oh, Martel. It's Martel's turn.
Marty.
Martel, fueled by watching his brother hit with such ferocity, decides this sounds like a really, really good idea.
Yeah, raging
I should have
hard
done
on.
this before, and he's going to breath weapon this other group that's on him because he's Dragonborn too.
Let's go.
And do they make their dex save? They do not make their dex save. He's going to do 1. Ouch. 7. That's better. 10. Nope. 11. 12. 14. 16 damage from his breath weapon as he expels a cone of frost out of his mouth.
Nice.
One of them are frozen instantly in place.
Beautiful.
and
Ice statue. Of people.
falls over. And as it hits the ground, it collapses into shards of
Nice.
ice.
Shatter.
Oh!
And blood and organs are frozen like ice cubes. It's much like a Sub-Zero fatality.
I
Nice.
was
Yep.
actually just picturing
Yep.
that.
And shatters. And then the other guys look down at their frozen, dead compatriot and look back at Martel. And as they take their eyes off of Martel for just a moment, he also raises his cudgel to the sky, but instead of lightning and radiant energy coming from the clouds, erupting from under Martel's feet is a swirling vortex of purple, golden, radiant energy. And you guys hear the brief wails of the damned for just a moment.
Ah, music to my
As
soul.
Martel is a paladin of Hades.
Hades.
It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like all of the souls of hell are coming to empower Martel's attack. He will burn a level 5 slot.
Oh, it's beautiful.
10d8 plus 2d6 plus 1d4. He can't not kill them. I mean, I guess it's a possibility.
Nah, he kills him. Yeah.
Oh, he's going to hit. He can't not kill them. Even if I were to roll average, 10d8 would be 80. We're looking at 40 plus another
50.
12 plus another 52. Yep, he can't not kill them. Even without rolling, he can't not kill them.
Can't not kill him. Can't not kill him, and that's the
And
way to go.
as he slams his cudgel into the ground, much like Pan's extravagant strike,
Look up what a cudgel.
holes of the ground open up under the feet of the group around him as radiant hellfire damage consumes their cudgel. Looking it up.
Certainly a thing.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely a thing.
Well, I mean, I
And
knew it was a thing. I'm just saying.
their bodies burn and ash for a moment. Yeah, it's scary. And then you see all of their souls languish in stasis for a moment as they begin to wail and scream as these ghostly, like ghoulish hands rip their souls down into the underworld. And there is 6 concentric circles around Martel that then forms a pentacle under him as he yells into the air and exhales another cone of cold into the air, and his chest plate burns brightly with the power of the underworld as 6 more souls have gone directly to the underworld for Hades to puppet with later.
Let's go, champ.
And that was Martel's turn, who is at we got somebody at a 13. Yeah,
Earthy.
it's your golem's turn.
Earthy with the girthy.
And there is just the 2 groups around Neath.
All right, so Earthy's gonna, glide over to the 2 groups beneath and initiate his little slam attack action.
The group around Neath begin to quiver and shake in fear
Oh yeah.
for just a moment as there is an earth elemental with half of a rotting corpse sticking out of its chest. They are frightened, so they have disadvantage, and they can't willingly move closer to the earth elemental, but the earth elemental is moving closer to them. All right, so go ahead and roll to hit.
23 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
2d8 plus
This is way
5.
too easy, but fun. All of it.
They're just brute squads.
Yeah.
You guys have done 150.
10
Where's the
damage.
brute squad?
10
Where's
damage.
the brute squad?
10 damage on that one.
Okay.
I know that sucked balls. But he gets multi-attack, so he's going to do it again. I'll do it again. 17?
That hits.
Dope. Do better. Not bad. 19.
That is better.
19 damage.
Just the 2 slam attacks, right?
Yeah, that's it. You know.
He slams one so hard, the body gets forcefully pushed into the ground. You all hear gurgles and crumbling and cracking of bones.
Pounding a peg into the ground.
Yes, like pounding a peg into the ground. And he does the same to a second one, but instead of making it into the ground, there is a giant pile of bone and meat that's been squashed into the ground as the golem brings its arms back up and pieces of body and blood drip from its massive hands. Vince, it's your turn. There are the 2 groups left. There are 2 people around Neath. And there are 3 guys around an earth golem.
Round Neef, I'm going to go ahead and cast Vicious Mockery. The DC check there is 18.
Ooh.
Wisdom.
Getting.
They had 20, 22.
Well, okay. Well, they still...
So they're going to take half damage at least, right? Well,
No, it just means the enchantment part doesn't happen.
Oh, that's
so
a
they
shame.
don't have disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
But they take 9 damage from a cantrip. What?
Cantrips are the shit.
Cantrips are the shit.
I'm hoping I can pick up Chill Touch because I heard it was OP.
Chill
Learn how
Touch
to
is
use it.
legit.
What's the cantrip that you used?
Vicious Mockery.
Chill Touch.
Would you like me to pull it up for you?
No. I'm trying to picture in my head how this is going to work out. As you guys hear the barb talking in the back, bard talking in the background, you, Neath, because you are the closest, you see little silver slivers that looks like razor blades cutting into the flesh of one of the bandits, and it cuts from head to toe, ripping open portions of arm and chest and face, as it looks like just these silver cuts of magic came out of nowhere and flayed him to death with the power of words, and drops down dead to the ground, embarrassed but also dead.
The penis mightier.
Yep. Good job, Vince.
Thanks.
Well
Neith
done.
thinks to herself,
I am
to
good.
learn how to do that.
And that was Vince. That's back to the top of the order. Neath, you alone are at the top of the order.
Neath, kill them all.
How
There
many people
is-
around me?
There are a total of 1 person around you. The golem has attracted the attention of the other 3.
Kill them all. Do your one.
Person's in trouble. I slashy slash.
Slickety slash.
Do a whole like windmill thing with my daggers. No, not like that. That looks stupid.
Carving him like a Thanksgiving turkey?
Pretty
Yes.
much. Yes. Now that sounds a lot better. Your thing that you were doing over there looks stupid.
You said windmill.
You can't not kill
Well,
him,
you know,
Neath, so
with
you just
like
need to
a-
roll to hit.
Roll to hit. Roll a 50. Roll a 50 on a 20. Manifest it. All things are possible through Christ.
Oh shit. I use luck.
All things are possible through Christ.
Stop it. Because I think Christ, he doesn't kill things.
Careful.
So
He did, in fact.
It's like Batman, except he does. what he
17.
does. Yeah, you hit.
78.
You can't not kill him. I know how much damage Twisted and Fate do. Even on a mediocre roll, you can't
I
not
have
kill him.
daggers named Twisted and Fate. I love them too.
So you
They make me
approach
so happy.
the last guy, sizing him up. You get down into a low, crouching stance. The guy's life flashes before his eyes for just a moment, and he sees it happen in slow motion as you approach him with Twisted and Fate. You flay each of his legs, like in twain, much like you did the arms of the guy in the Tournament of Blood. And he is frozen in fear, picturing his life as you, precisely like a surgeon, carve him up and down, splitting him in half, like one leg on this side, one leg on this side, half of one leg on each side, half of a torso, half of his head. And he drops into 2 piles of half of a body as his innards land and plop on the ground in front of you, spraying you with blood. And your daggers begin to sing and sizzle as the blood from your body sucks down into Twisted and Fate.
You've got an auto cleaning function.
I have Weird Al Yankovic singing in my head right now.
Ari, it is your turn because you outspeed
Cutting for
Pen
the
on
very
deck.
first
All right, I'm going
time.
to dash over to my golly
Like a
to Earthy with the girthy.
surgeon.
and pop in, what are there, 3? Okay, so I'll zoom in on 1 and give him that punchy punch.
That's what I miss about Jenna, though.
Not gonna
Roll to hit.
look out.
She would, jump
He's
in.
living
and
his
take
worst
it.
life, and just 21 to hit.
That hits.
Hell yeah, it does. Fucking 14 damage.
As you run in and slide under the legs of your earth elemental so you can get to them, you uppercut 1 right in the head, and it knocks his head legitimately off his body. You hear the ripping of flesh as his head goes off into the woods like you just hit a home run. And there is a flash and a boom of ki that, because your fists are always empowered with ki at this point in level, and the force of the punch detached his head from his body, and the body slumps and falls on its knees, and blood showers your face and your cloak. And now there's blood dripping from like the eyes of your dragon helmet
Dope.
down the fangs.
Dope. Okay, now we're going to get a little extra attack.
Matt, really.
Yeah, gotta do the thing that makes it work. Extra attack, can I like is one of the other three close enough that it's just like a boop boop? Just a
They're all within melee range.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Then
There's
we're
2 left.
Extra attack on motherfucker. Get with fucking 19.
That hits.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that sucked balls. 10 damage.
Oh, wow.
I assume he's not dead.
No, he is absolutely dead. This was your extra attack.
Yep.
So you just come around with a roundhouse and kick straight through his torso, splitting him in half.
Nice.
And your golem catches the top half of the body and the lower half of the body and then smashes them like cymbals into each other as bones and body parts begin to flail all around. You're not going to not kill this last guy, so your golem's just going to have fun with body parts that it can.
Cool. Flurry of blows on the final.
Yep.
Boom.
16 to
It
hit.
hits.
Oh, wow. All right. Let's go, champ.
The AC gets less as there are less.
Oh, right. You
well.
said that.
Yeah.
So 16 damage.
So you, after finishing your roundhouse, flurry of blows this last guy. There is a brief pause between each blow where your fist hits them. The body doesn't react until your flurry of blow finishes. And then you can see indentions in the body begin to like push into the body as where each fist hit one of these people, there is a shotgun-sized exit wound as ki explodes out of the back of their body with bones and internal organs. He looks down at himself for just a moment, then looks back at you with like shock in his eyes, looks surprised, and then falls backwards as his body couldn't react in time to the ki and the force of the blows. You struck him faster than his brain could react, and he falls back dead on the ground.
Let's go, champ.
Thump.
Is that the last of them?
That is, you guys are all standing in this druid hut field area surrounded by,
Fertilizer.
yes, burnt, ashed bodies, some split in half, some burned to a crisp. All of the bodies around Martel have completely disappeared.
Most of them buttressed.
And all of Pan's bodies are either crushed to death or burnt from the inside out. You are surrounded by bodies of just totally eviscerated body. There's halves of bodies here, quarters of bodies there.
If we had Jelly
I
here,
like-
she would make flowers grow out of all this.
I know.
And you,
Construction. Bart,
Vince, sitting there
you got
on
flower
the stump,
spells?
never having to move, holding your loot,
Yup.
are looking at a field of carnage all around you, where each person is standing in front of a group of dead bodies that no longer pose any threat to anybody in this life or the next. You have watched and participated in efficient killing spree of hunting parties after Adoni. You guys can all smell the blood and the death in the air. And Martel puts his weapons away and begins praying over all of the bodies as holes in the ground open up underneath the bodies, and you all hear for just brief moments the wails of the damned as all of their souls get sent to Hades. Congratulations. You guys made quick work of that hunting party.
Fuck yeah.
You still have a flask of oil that you could take down from the animal path if you wanted. You only used one of them.
Yep. I'm going to have my mage hand go and grab that.
And it does. It floats over and very neatly unties the knot and holds it very gently and brings it back to you.
I would like to take my daggers and run them through like any blood-soaked dirt, letting them
There's
suck
plenty.
up.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah.
You can do that with all of the corpses if you would like.
I end my earth elemental spell.
and it crumbles into the ground in a pile of stone and half of a decayed druid body sticking up out of the stone, missing its lower jaw. So it looks like a grim totem of half of a person that's just been propped up into this rubble of stone.
I grab my stone of control.
And that other rubble of stone from your initial confrontation is still here where you left it last time.
Is there any information we need from any of these would-be killers?
I don't think so. I mean, we were just going to take care of the hunting party, and then Adoni's going to take care of Gabriella. We offered to help. We took out 50 of them, so, I mean...
Boom.
Okay, just checking.
We did a thing. You know, and Etherton, kind of a shitball place. Kind of a weird place where, you know, they're making poison magic fruit that they're hoping that people can refine into potions or some shit, but, you know, also sometimes it kills people. You know, good times.
It has successfully killed people.
Yeah, it's,
Last report, there was, 100 people that died?
Yeah, you know, if they've lost 50 people
we have a lot
manpower,
of loose ends.
Okay.
Probably a good thing. I think we may be able to count Etherton as tied up with killing 50 of them.
Yeah.
We can get a few more.
I mean, we still have people dying of their magic fruit, though.
Yeah, but it's at least going to buy us some time to really rectify the situation. Not going to be able to harvest as much fruit with 50 less people.
But at least we saved Adoni.
Crazy-ass Gabriella is really like into
happen.
finding Adoni.
Yeah, no, that needed to happen. We needed to save Adoni.
Magic fruit production's probably gone way down while Dum-Dum's off doing Dum-Dum shit.
At least the delivery of it.
Yeah.
Well, can I go ahead and search bodies for anything of any value or use?
Hell yeah.
You sure can.
Loot the fuck
If
out.
you would love to loot what remaining bodies there are, you certainly can.
Sure thing.
Yeah, you do that. Loot them up.
Roll a D20 for me, please. No, lied. Roll a D100, please.
50. Roll a 50.
100?
58.
Yeah, it's a D10 and a D100. You should have them. I'm not going to show you what they are. You know what a D100 and a D10 is.
63, please.
You are able to find 63 gold worth of weapons and jewels and jewelry on them if you would like to hoard them for later to sell in another town.
Sure. Anyone else keeping group inventory?
I mean, we have like bags of holding, so
Group inventory.
I don't know.
Well, I'll just add 63 to my character sheet.
Yeah,
then.
you just
Yeah, I do
you just
that.
add it to you. It's okay.
Okay.
I promise.
We're rich. Incredibly wealthy. Not incredibly, but very well off.
I hope you finish late season 1 and you'll find out why they're incredibly wealthy.
And then
we're the
Pan and
best.
Martel grasp hands, high five, hug amidst the piles of bodies that have been burnt out. They say job well done. They pat each other on the back. Pan and Martel come over to you guys. Nobody took any damage.
Yeah.
Actually,
We
Pan
didn't
did.
take any damage.
Pan took some damage, but not significant
How
enough
was he
to
the
make
one
him
that
work
took damage?
because they hit him.
I
You know what?
I
I'm
blow
not
him.
Are we
complaining.
taking a short rest?
I blow him a kiss of healing.
Oh, also, we're really bad at the whole short rest thing.
If we take a short rest, I could fully heal the party and replenish all my spell slots.
Nobody is really that injured that
Yeah.
needs
Okay.
healing.
Just checking.
On a scale of 1 to 183, Pan's feeling good at a 161.
Okay, then
He's
we're all
doing okay.
No, he's dying.
No,
That's
he's
That's
definitely,
dying
to
for
death.
Pan.
he's definitely not.
he's limping, breathing heavy.
So
What?
Martel says, should we report back to Adoni and give her the good news?
Yeah, we should probably do that real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then Pan and Martel hop on their... Oh, I didn't let any of their steeds attack. Oh, well, fuck it. It doesn't matter.
No, we didn't do mounted
need them.
combatant. Yeah.
They hop back on their steeds and they say, we'll meet you guys there.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
fly up over on their way to Adoni's.
Clap, 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 clap.
I
Let's go, gang.
jump
Clap,
on
clap, clap,
my
clap,
horse and head back down the animal path.
Clap, 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 clap.
Nice.
And I'm back.
You guys make it unmolested to Adoni's.
No.
Adoni is there. She has a fire going with a rather large boar that she's been cooking.
Oh, Araminthian boar.
No, not the Araminthian boar.
And just regular board.
But it smells good. It smells delicious. She's got an apple and some grapes stuffed in its mouth, so it smells delicious. It smells juicy. And Adoni looks at everybody and she says, "Oh, welcome back.
We took care of that party.
How many more hunting parties are there?"
I don't know. We killed like 50 of them.
Oh,
It had to be a lot.
killed all of them?
Yeah. Then
That
yes.
showed up.
And then Hera is like, "Yes, all of the hunting parties are dead."
We're kind of good at this by now.
And
I give Adoni like a little salute with one of my daggers.
nice. And then Adoni says, well, then this will be a fantastic dinner. Would you guys like to stay for the evening before you carry on to Sklovari?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure thing.
Yes.
Since there's no more hunting parties to worry about, we can enjoy a wonderful dinner. We can have some drinks. We can have some fun before you guys head off to go after your warlock.
I love it.
And Martel says, this sounds like the best idea I have heard in at least the last hour.
Hell yeah, dinner with Adoni.
Dinner
'Cause,
with a Donnie.
the battle plan was a good plan. It was a really good idea.
Really great
And
idea.
we pulled it off quite successfully.
Nailed it.
Well, I have another great plan, and then I want to go ahead and cast my mansion for us to stay in for the night.
Lame. Okay.
Yeah.
And Pan says, I will absolutely stay in that mansion.
You know Pan.
And Martel
Pan is
says,
also very like city bred.
Yeah.
High, yeah.
after I drink, I will stumble my way into that mansion.
All are welcome.
And you guys are free to have a fantastic dinner with drinks and celebrate with Adoni for the evening.
Hell yeah. We do that thing.
Excellent. And that will do us for this episode of Some Would Play. Listen next time as the party continues on their way to Sklovari. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
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 It probably kills another 50 people. Thank you for listening to Some Would Play, a production of the Outsanity Network. Join us again next week as the story continues. Find us online at www.somewouldplay.com and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at SomeWouldPlay. Deborah is at Sanyataki. Rico is at R1C0. Daphne is at Dafterthought, and I am Psychedelic M. If you enjoy the show, please tell your friends and share it with others. And remember, in real life, you needn't roll for initiative, so just seize it.